I love the Cure shirt. I would never steal your material because I can't remember it. I love the delayed reaction on everyone applauding. I'm like, wow, it's a good thing he has that like audio of people applauding. So I learned a very valuable lesson here last week. Never go on after the main performance of Ray Chris because no one cares what you're doing. No one was paying attention. And I honestly think some of my jokes were pretty decent last week, but none of you would know because none of you here were paying attention. I'm telling you, I know you and Marsha were paying attention, and I got a few laughs from Mavric. Fortunately, there was a drunk guy at the bar standing right here and we bonded the whole time. Not you, sir. Are you drunk yet?
Not yet.
Keep drinking. The show gets better. My jokes get funnier as the more you drink. So, you ever been driving on the road and notice you like behind a dump truck? I mean, everyone gets nervous, but you notice that one sign that just says "Don't push." All that goes through my head is I don't physically think I'm capable of pushing. Because my mind goes to literally like just behind a dump truck. Okay, we'll take that joke off the list. It's amazing when I put myself down. That's when everyone laughs. I'll just sit up here and make fun of myself the whole time. All right, well, we'll try this one. So I was on the road today, and I'm at a red light, and the light turns green. Car in front of the car in front of me goes, and I realize the car in front of me is still sitting there. I'm about to honk my horn. The person puts their cell phone down because they were texting, and then they start to go. They weren't paying attention. They were driving a Ford Focus. All right, good. At least that was a groaner. Okay. I like the fact that you were on your phone when you laughed at that. So, my professional name is Horror Jack, and I make customized fangs and teeth. And when I tell people that, the most common response is, "You do what?" 2 weeks ago, I was at a convention in Indianapolis called Horror Hound. And there's an old saying, never give the jackass a megaphone. So I bought my own, and I leave it at the booth. And I have the little microphone come down, hanging right over my workstation. So I'll sit there and make fangs, and as people walk by, I can harass them from far away. All my friends come up to me, because this happens occasionally at Comic-Cons and horror conventions, and just some of the places I hang out at, where there's a preacher outside walking around with the Bible and telling all of us we're going to hell. So all my friends come running to the booth. He goes, "Dude, there's a preacher outside. He's even got a Bible." I'm like, "Well, I would expect that." He goes, "No, you got to get your bullhorn and go out and mess with him." I'm like, this story is going to end with, and that's why I'm no longer allowed at Horror Hound. So of course, me being the jackass I am, I take my bullhorn, I go outside, and to much my dismay, I'm expecting full black suit, white collar. No, it's a hobo with a microphone. Like bushy beard, it's got birds living in it, a man bun that looks like it hasn't been washed since the bicentennial. He's wearing an 80s Adidas t-shirt, beat up shorts, and Crocs. And my first thought was, I think I'm gonna feel really bad making fun of this guy, but well, here goes nothing. So, and there's all these people walking, we're right across from the football stadium, so you got all these football fans and me. I don't know shit about football. Except I know everyone cheers when their team gets a touchdown. So I go on the megaphone, and people are listening to this guy. This guy was so bad at what he was doing. The only words you heard was, "And Jesus said it." If you're going to spread the word of anything, make sure we can understand what the hell you're saying. So I walk out, and I was so worried I was going to get arrested for doing this. I'm like, are we really going to take our moral values from an organization that protects pedophiles? An organization that voted down the First Offense Act, and then I realized children were walking with their parents. I'm like, and then I realized the cops weren't paying any attention to me either. They were paying no attention to him either. They were paying attention to all the football fans who were just walking across the street, not looking at traffic, and then no car horns either, because they were all football fans too. So I continued to mock this guy, and he completely ignored me, as everyone was ignoring him, because apparently no one believes in Jesus in Indianapolis. I heard that. Marty's biting his tongue, biting his finger, going, I'm not going to laugh at that, I'm not going to laugh at that. So, last Thursday, we were at the Lincoln Theater seeing Mavric's performance with his band, Women and Children First. And yes, bands I didn't get to see as a child because I was too young in the 80s to go to metal concerts. And I learned something very interesting. I saw two things, technically three, but one was from the same person. Two things that I never thought I'd see. And one was Ray Chris, all in black, rocking out to 80s metal. And standing right next to her, a little girl wearing a strawberry shortcake shirt at a metal concert. I'll take things I never thought I'd see for $1,000, Bob. But also, following up to that, Mavric does the whole 80s look. Definitely old school David Lee Roth. And I will tell you this much. His pants are so tight, you can tell what religion he is in. It's total David Bowie labyrinth syndrome. You're drawn right to his crotch. And the thing is, the stage is up here, our heads are right here, so you're looking right up at the member. Mavric, call me after the show. His head is on the bar. That's it, I'm done. No, wait, I got a few more. Because he said that it was full up, and then he texted me about 2.5 hours ago. He goes, someone canceled, do you want to go up? I'm like, yeah, sure, I got time to write up a bunch of stupid jokes and go to Staples and have them printed out because I'm too lazy to... All right, I'm too stupid to figure out how my printer works in my house. It just says, put inkjet in. I did that. It's still not working. The band that opened up for them was Mostly Crew, which I have to say is the most creative play on words for a cover band ever. And I have to say, the lead singer sounded just like Vince Neil in the golden days. Like, he sounds better than Vince Neil has sounded in over 20 years. Anyone see that meme where they have the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Vince Neil right next to him? You're like, oh, they're related. Yeah, and I'm going to get my ass kicked if I ever meet Motley Crue. I also realize the older I get, the more I can relate and understand serial killers. I mean, how many, you can just walk through general public day after day and just realize they deserve to die, and they deserve that person definitely deserves to die. Like, I guess that's why I have such an obsession with horror movies. I've, anyone here watch the show Monk, or remember the show Monk? Yeah. I've been streaming that on Amazon Prime, and I'm realizing, oh Christ, I have a level of OCD. Not that bad, but oh my God. And I'll close with, it's kind of a list, Mavric, not, if you gave me more time, okay, he likes when I write these ridiculous lists. He asked me to do a list of hottest women in horror, and I did this last week after Ray Chris. Even if Ray Chris didn't go before me, no one would have given a shit.
I care.
I know you care. Don't worry, for your birthday, I'll do a set just for you.
Thank you.
We're gonna roast Mavric.
That's next week, by the way.
I know. Wait, is it the 4th or the 6th?
It's the 6th, but we'll be here on the 5th. So.
Okay, so I'll do it on the 5th.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to make you feel bad on your birthday. No, I'm only kidding. So next time someone... I like violence in my movies. I don't like violence in real life. So when someone gets aggressive with me, I like to play mind games with them to de-escalate the situation. Like, out crazy them. So next time someone gets in your face, gets aggressive with you, just look at them and just be like, I'm Batman. They will most likely leave you alone. Or, if you just want to out crazy them, someone gets in your face, just smile really big and just very calmly say, I know how to hide a body. Plus I have an alibi. I've got a bag of lye and a shovel. I'm adding all this shit on while I'm looking at all of you. So, that's my time, guys. My name is HSJ. My real name is Andrew. Thank you very much.